Good morning, everyone. We're looking at Luke's Gospel today, chapter 13, verses 10 to 17. And in this situation, Jesus is in the synagogue, and a woman is there who has, she's been infirmed for many, many years, and Jesus heals her. Now, the two things we could find out from that. Number one, Jesus was preaching in the synagogue. Now, if that is the case, then he clearly had the credentials of a rabbi, because nobody other than a rabbi would be allowed to preach in a synagogue. So he was a Jewish rabbi. That's something that might surprise us. Or, no, I thought he was a Christian. No, Christianity only really evolved from Jesus' teaching. But at the time that Jesus was alive, he was a Jew. The other thing that's interesting is that Jesus was healing on the Sabbath, and obviously the local dignitaries and so forth were a little bit worked up about this. Said, you can't heal a person on the Sabbath because that is working. And if you're working, it means that you're breaking the Lord's commandments, because you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath. And Jesus' response is, would you care for your aged, or would you care for your ox? Would you care for a donkey? Would you care for your animals on the Sabbath if they needed to be fed? And of course, then they got a little bit perplexed by all of that. And they were left in a state, it says, those who opposed Jesus were a little bit confused. And yet everybody who followed Jesus was filled with joy. Now we are left in our situation having to make that decision as well. Are we in a state of confusion about Jesus? Are we in a state of confusion about our religion? Or are we in a state of joy where we are totally committed and everything we do is right because we know that's what Jesus taught us to do? And I love that expression, sort of saying, are you confused or are you joyful? Because they're not opposites really, but confusion doesn't open itself up to much joy. And within joy, you don't find too much confusion. So we're all called to be a joyful people and to be happy about what we believe in. So let's have a happy day. It's the beginning of a new week. Let's be joyful about it. So we wish you all God's blessings, and we'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.